Greetings everybody and welcome to Madrid Mall. Yesterday I had uploaded the match review just a few hours after the match. It was a crude review of the happenings of the game, but there were a lot of topics in the video that we had not discussed. We will discuss about one of our midfield maestros who worked tirelessly in the game. It got very late yesterday, so hence today we will do a much more detailed analysis. In fact, I have also coupled the match ratings in this video. We will analyze how each of our players played, and lastly, we will discuss about the two legendary players from Real Madrid who have been nominated for the France Football's Special 11, in which 11 best players of all times will be compiled in the list. Now coming first to the match ratings, starting with the defense, we have spoken about Courtois in our previous video. He was sublime, and at this moment, he just looks like a blessing for Real Madrid. He looks solid in between the sticks, he came up with a number of good saves, but here I would like to focus on one save in the second half. When Levante were in the ascendancy, there was a very good chance in the 76th minute. After some good bit of play from Levante, the ball was released into the path of Carlos Clerc, the Levante left back, who had joined in attack, and Courtois had to make a very big save there to keep Real's lead intact. The shot was powerfully hit, but Courtois came off his line and completely smothered the shot. In the past, we have seen those kind of shots going through the legs of Courtois, but he has shown improvement over time, improved his goalkeeping skills and technique, and what an important part of the team he has been. I think he has been our best player up till now in this season. Another man of the match performance by Thibaut, and it will see him get a rating of 9. Now coming to our back line, we all were particularly worried about the right back position after both our right backs had been struck by injuries. We saw the return of Nacho in that position. It was the first minutes of the season for Nacho, and surprisingly enough, it was his first start since January. As we know, he had fallen down the pecking order. Adding to that, a few injuries also sidelined Nacho for quite some time. But here Nacho, I think, just did the job well enough for us. He was not brilliant, he wasn't very poor as well. In the 30th minute, Levante man hit the bar. It was Nacho there who wasn't able to win the aerial duel, and he looked a bit rusty, as you would expect someone to be who is playing after such a long time. But on a day of uncertainty, he played in a position which is not his preferred one, but his ratings will be low and he gets a rating of 5.5. Varane had another regular day at the office. He was made to work along with the defenders during the phase where the Levante players were really charging at the Real Madrid defense, and Ramos had scored a goal of the cross of Modric, which was ruled out after it was checked by the referees. Ramos, apart from that, I think was a bit less influential yesterday. Both the centre-backs played their part, but as we saw, there was a lot of chances created by Levante, and hence I will give them a rating of 7 to both Varane and Ramos. Had Ramos scored, I would have altered the ratings, but for the time being, we will treat both Ramos and Varane with the spirit of equality. Now coming to Ferland Mendy, I think he had a good outing. He was solid from the defensive standpoint, made a few ball recoveries, cut out a few attacks. He made some good contributions in the attack as well. He is going to make it very difficult for Marcelo to get minutes this season. Another strong showing, and he will get a rating of 7.5. Now coming to the midfield, I would first like to speak about Luka Modric. Modric, as we know, he was filling in the position of Toni Kroos, and he had a good game. He was pressing well, which is hard to expect from a player at the age of 35. But what a player this man is. He keeps working towards the team's cause, is such a versatile player, helps out defensively, and in the attack he makes those quick, slick passes. Very early in the match, we saw him linking up with Asensio after a good bit of play, and tell you what, my admiration for this player is growing and growing day by day. He has been our best midfielder even at this age. He is literally making our young guns sit on the bench by putting up great performances match in, match out. I did not expect him to be so good, especially after the 2018-19 season, which to be frank was completely horrible. But Modric has made a comeback, just showing that form may be temporary, but class is permanent. Modric, for his performance, gets a rating of 8. Valverde, I think, had a much quieter game compared to his previous performances this season. As usual, the energy was there, but didn't come up with anything special, and hence he gets a rating of 6. Lastly, Casemiro, I think, had a mixed day. Obviously, he got a yellow card very early in the game, and it must have been at the back of his mind, which may have at times prevented him from displaying the tenacious play that we usually expect from him. He created a chance for Benzema through a cross, which he was unable to put on target. There were some wild crosses as well, which again was a bit uncharacteristic of Casemiro. He will have to improve. We are seeing some loose play from him, and he gets a rating of 6.5. Finally, coming to our attack, Asensio was the most quiet one. No shots for him in the match. He made some good runs, but Asensio has to do more to establish himself in the team. And this season, he has to step up and share the goal-scoring burden. He is 24. Last season, he had sustained a major injury, but since his return, we are yet to see a vintage performance from Asensio. For his contribution in the match against Levante, he will get a rating of 6. He surely needs to be more consistent. Vinicius Jr., one of the goal scorers of the night, and as I had discussed in my previous video, he had a mixed performance. He got a sensational goal against his name, but we also saw a sensational miss from him in the second half. But Vinicius, whenever he's on the pitch, our attack does look more threatening. He likes charging at the defense, and after he was taken off, Real Madrid did drop their level a bit. But for the great goal that he had got, and for the great technique that he had showed in the process, I will hand him a rating of 7.5. His missed chances have hampered his ratings here. And now finally coming to Karim Benzema, he was our other goal scorer of the night. Yes, he did get a goal in the 95th minute. It was not significant towards the end, but a goal is a goal, and it's good that he is off the mark this season. It was not a good display from Benzema. I have expressed my concerns about him in the match review, and going no further, he has been allocated a rating of 7. Had he not got the goal, he probably would have got a 5.5 or a 6. No ratings for the sub here, although an acknowledgement must be made for Rodrigo, who set up Benzema for the final goal of the game. And now that we are done with the match ratings, we move on to the great news that Iker Casillas and Sergio Ramos have been nominated amongst the group of elite players who will be finally screened, and then France Football will present the best 11 of all time. The Ballon d'Or, as we know, has been cancelled, but France Football have come up with this arrangement, and as you see here, Iker Casillas has been nominated alongside a number of great goalkeepers like Buffon, Manuel Neuer, Yashin, Schmeichel, Edwin van der Sar and other legends. So he has tough competition there. And Sergio Ramos also will be up against some great defenders, including the likes of Beckenbauer, Baresi, the current Barcelona manager Ronald Koeman, Bobby Moore and many others. These are legendary players, and Ramos is up against them for this award, and that is a matter of great pride for all Madridistas. Our captain, one of the finest to grace the game, has already established himself as one of the greatest defenders of all time, and certainly the best Spanish defender that I have seen. So that is all we have here in this video. Pleasure to entertain you all. During the international break, we will talk about the positives and negatives from Real Madrid's first month of the new season. So the videos will keep coming, and I would like to thank you all very much for the support that you guys have been showing. As a gesture of gratitude, I have got a few names here who have been interacting with me in the comments section. It's a pleasure to interact with you all. And I know there are a lot of people who are silently watching my videos without interacting much. I am thankful to you guys as well for tuning into my videos. If you could interact in the comments as well, our community will get more and more stronger. Shoot your thoughts about the ratings that I have provided to you guys in the comments below. Would you like to change any rating? And if so, state the reasons in the comment section. If you like my effort, drop a like and subscribe if you already haven't. I will see you soon. Till then, take care. And as always, Hala Madrid.
Yeah.